Um, just trying to show what the live streams would be. Basically just me waffling about Liverpool really. Um, I don't know where to start with Liverpool currently because we are in a bad space right now. Like this international break could not come better. Um, like we just need to sort our tactics out. Like build up play is a big one. Isak only got 4 touches against Galatasaray. He came on for half an hour. Like we're not feeding him service. Like he's a quality striker, but he needs service. Like it's like with Man United, they don't feed their strikers. Also Mo Salah, like he's not getting enough chances, but when he gets the big chances, he just fluff his lines. Like that chance in the second half, he should be scoring it. No doubt about it, has to score that chance. Um, Florian Wirtz is doing well. He's getting scapegoated by the media, and football fans are targeting him, calling him a flop, which it's not fair. Like it really is not fair. I think if you have to look at individuals, unfortunately, it's players like Kanate. Kanate's not pulling his weight. He's playing badly. He's really he looks out of his shape. He looks out of his depth. And I don't like picking on players, but I don't say it's picking on him. I say it's criticizing. If he has a good game, I'll say he has a good game. I'll call it out. But if he has a bad game, I'm calling out. Like you can't have it one way and not the other. Another one, Curtis Jones. It's not entirely his fault, but why did we bring him on? Why didn't we send him out on loan and kept Harvey Elliott? Why did Endo come on at the 86th minute instead of Chiesa? Why we bring Endo on to show up shop when it's like 2-0 or 2-1? Arne Slot apparently gave a reason for it. I'm not listening to it because it's going to be, oh, he had an injury, he had a niggle, he felt his toenail was out of place. Like, it's just lies. It's bullshit, quite frankly. Um, but I don't like what some fans, a certain few fans are doing online, where they are saying Arne Slot's not good enough for Liverpool. That's just strictly not true. He won us the Premier League. Like everyone has a dip in a season. Like we did have a dip last year when we lost the cup final and got knocked out of the Champions League. Arsenal had so many dips last season. Man City had a crisis last season. It is a mini crisis. It's not a full crisis. You gotta put some stuff in the headline sometimes. Just life of a content creator. But I can see us picking this up. Like we've been in worse positions since I've been a fan. Um, Once we start clicking, we'll be fine. But we have to talk about the now though. Like Kirkes looks like every game is too intense for him. Robertson's legs are gone. So who do you put a left back? You know, Robertson fell asleep at the back. That it's entirely his fault. I wanted him to start the game, and even with the hindsight, I still probably would have started him because Kirkes makes me nervous because he panics. He's unsettled, and I don't like that. Um, but Robertson's not good player to start either. Like he played well against Atleti at the start, but he played so badly yesterday. One of our worst players, and he came off the bench. You know, we have our two natural right backs aren't starting for a midfielder. I mean, I don't understand it. Like I know Dom's great. You can't bench him. Why does Bradley have to suffer because of that, or Frimpong? It's not fair. It really is not fair. Um, I think it's not starting Salah and Galatasaray was a good plan. Not starting Wirtz against Chelsea was also a good plan. By hindsight, he probably should have started the game. Um, Mamashvili's had a good game. Like I think goalkeeper department were completely fine. We'd have to be because we're getting so much shots. We're conceding so many shots. Like they have to be good. Um, like I don't I don't know. I don't know really with like our goalkeepers because I feel really bad for him because they're getting so many shots faced against him. Like it's impossible to keep a clean sheet. It really is. But I trust in Mamashvili to start against teams like United and to start against teams like Chelsea because he is a really good goalkeeper. He made the most saves against no with Georgia at the Euros, so he's used to all the shots he's getting. So he's all right in that sense. But Allison maybe isn't because he's usually had a strong defense. But apparently now Kanate has gotten a little niggle or something like that. So our only other fit centre back now is Joe Gomez. And a lot of like Arnfield Agenda was calling for Gomez to start, but I'm just thinking, what will Jones do differently? Like Jones, not Jones, Gomez, sorry. What will Gomez do differently? Like Gomez it's either hit or miss. He'll either have a really, really good game, make important blocks, important tackles, or he'll have an absolute stinker. And then he'll get injured and he's off again. So I don't know. I just don't know with our centre backs at the moment. Um so I don't know, but you have to do something with Kanata. He's been playing so badly. I've harped on about this point so much. Like we were playing the same football last 3 games. Conceding the 15 minute, pass about, do nothing in the first half, no build up play great football first 10 minutes, and then let some chances come by from the other team, score the goal, don't build on that momentum of getting the equaliser and concede the late winner. It was so boring. I was so pissed off by it. Like we have such a good attack. Why aren't we utilising it? Why aren't we letting Gravenberch and McAllister or Jones run into the midfield anymore? Instead, we're just passing it to Bradley. Then it goes to Van Dijk. Then it goes to Ibu. Then back to the keeper. Then up to Salah. Back to Bradley. Put a cross into the box. Put too much power on it. Goes everywhere. Regroup. Start again. Like if Conor Bradley only played the first half against Crystal Palace, and he put 3 crosses in, and he overhit every single one of them. What is he doing? What was that like? Who are you passing it to? Craig in the bloody stands. It's just so poor. The Palace winner, Jeremy Frimpong's getting ready to go on a counter attack. Sorry to break it to you, Jeremy, but you have to defend. If we wanted a right back who wouldn't defend, we would have forced Trent to stay. So I know you're not the best defensively, but like a bit of cop on now, a bit of maturity. Not maturity, but like football and brain. Like so many of the goals, lack of a football and brain. Caicedo, wonderful goal, no saving it. Ibu Konate are literally should have just stopped, pointed to the top corner and said, "Go on, score it. I know you won't." Like Van Dijk was showing him his bum. Like defend. You're a captain. You're a best centre back. Defend it. Well, I think Ibu probably should have, because Van Dijk, in fairness, had Joe Pedro in case Caicedo wanted to slip in a pass. However, once I saw Caicedo getting the ball, like he's gonna shoot. I could tell the way he's running. I could tell he's getting ready to power up a shot. So Ibu should have rushed out there to stop him. So, or we could have Gravenberch. I don't know where Gravenberch was. I forgot where he was, but he could have been there behind Caicedo trying to put him off. Like just bad start. But we're just getting no fluidity in our football. It's so slow. It's as smooth as porridge. It is. It's painful. It's really painful to watch, and I like. We need to change it and quick because if we lose to Man United at Anfield, something we haven't done since Juan Mata got a brace about over 10 years ago, it would be the ultimate badge of shame. Ultimate, like it would be on my mind for the rest of the season, and it'd be just absolutely heartbreaking. I am accepting nothing less than a absolute hammering. I do not want. I'm fearing that the last time we played them at Anfield will happen a 2-2 draw. In fairness, the conditions were shit, but like we have no excuse this time. No reasoning. They're just as bad as us. We should be beating them at Anfield. You know, it is Anfield this time. I did think the Chelsea game was at Anfield until the Friday. I'll be honest, but this one is at Anfield. I would if it was at Old Trafford, I'd be like, oh god, because United just play really well whenever a manager's job is on the line, or when they play a Big 16, especially when it's at Old Trafford, because then there's the one time they only get loud. You know, so I think we'll still beat Man United. Like I'm still confident in our team. Thought we'd beat Palace. I still thought we'd beat Galatasaray, and I especially still thought we'd beat Chelsea. I thought we'd be able to drag result out. But when you don't have fluidity, when you don't have football brains running the wheels, you're gonna lose. And you're gonna lose embarrassingly. Like Galatasaray deserved to win, Chelsea deserved to win, and Crystal Palace absolutely deserved to win. Like we were out fought, we were out battled. The tactics were just completely wrong. So I don't like. Slot needs to change something. He needs to change it up with Mo because in February, left backs found out if I just if I just follow him around all the time, If me and the whole midfielder just stay on him the whole time, he's screwed. Because Salah is not a 28-year-old Neymar. He's not going to be able to rainbow flick him. It's not the player he is, and he can't do that with his age. So if they just isolate him and suffocate him, our whole attack breaks down. We should not be in the state, especially with the players we have, to rely on just Mo Salah. Like we have Ekatike who can get the ball and can create. We have Isak who we can feed. We have Gakpo who, if he doesn't hog the ball, can create. We have Verts who is the ultimate playmaker of this team. We have McAllister. We have Frimpong. We have Kirkes who can do it. But like now we just see Van Dijk lobbing the ball up, overplaying the pass, doing a Hollywood pass, simple passing. Like it's just simple. We'll get chances. We'll score goals. But like it just shows they don't want to do that, and it's just confusing. Um, with our signings, is it too much signings? Yeah, probably, but they're young signings. Like Verts is 22, Leon is 18, Kirkus is also 22. They're signings for the future. If they're all like 29, or like Diaz's age, which is 30, I'd be like, okay, well, hold on, like, what are we doing here? But since it's completely fine, and since it's um like for the long run, I'm not worried about it. And they'll gel into the team. Like it's not like Amarin's tactics where it's really confusing. Like a slot can change it to benefit them, and but once they get used to the system, once we start clicking, that's one thing I'm going to stress to people. We will be undestroyable. We will be a major, major threat to every single team we face, both in the Premier League and the Champions League. I have no doubt. That's why I am not panic button set, because I know by December we should be fine again. Like you usually can know who's going to win the Premier League by December. Like we're only a point off Arsenal. You know, we like it's we're not even past game week 10. So it's gonna be a while until we know, okay, who's in the title race, who's out of it. You know, like Man United could still be in the title race. Chelsea could be still in the title race, and Spurs. So, but by the time late November, December rolls around, you have the idea of who's gonna recover and who won't recover. Obviously stuff can change with injuries, but it's a very rare thing. Usually, whoever's top by Christmas and has a really good points difference, like about 7 or 10 or something, they usually win the league. The only two times it's happened recent history was Liverpool in 2014 and Arsenal in 2023. You know, so we are still in the title fight. We're obviously still in the Champions League fight. So there's a lot of overreactions by fans. And is it to just get views, to get clicks? Which I mean, we all do. Like I do like capital letters in the headings, like in crisis. You know, we all do it. But do some people put it on? You know, I know people react different ways. They're passionate in different ways. But sometimes you can see it and you're like, oh, that doesn't fit. No way, no way. Like you can tell it's pawn and act. I'm not gonna name names, but I think people know really who I'm on about. But like some people, you can tell. Like I can tell, like Craig Holden is genuine in his reactions. Like he really does care about Liverpool. But some people just like make the most overreaction. I get in the heat of the moment in a match. You might say, "Oh, this player's shit. He's past it." But if an hour after the game, you are still calling Arne Slot out of his depth and should be sacked, if you're still calling Mo Salah um a donkey, if you're still like saying, "Oh, his legs are gone," if you're still thinking that Vart is a flop or whatever, then it's either put on or you're just stupid. Either or, simple as. I don't think flop should enter players' vocabulary until a season. Because it also depends. Like if it's someone from like the same league, like if we signed, I don't know, bloody Mbuemo, I'd say about 6 months in, because it's a similar system, same country, you know, same language, all that. But if it's a player from abroad, absolutely a year. Especially when it's a player from, if you get from Portugal or Spain or France, Germany, or even if they're not from Europe, if they're from South America and Africa. South America and Africa, I think probably a bit longer, about a year and a half. Because at least in Europe, they have a decent bit of English. But like Estevao does not have like barely any English. Like Cole Palmer said he didn't understand what I said at the Club World Cup. So, like, if we had Esteve out and he wasn't doing that well, I'd be like, give him plenty of time. So, when it comes to Verts and Isak, I will not be calling him a flop if unless they keep performing. If they don't like, I won't say keep performing because I think they are performing quite well. It just goes under the radar. If they still don't pull up goals and assists by next, by like next, I'd say, let's say next October, November, then I'd start questioning them, like, well, like, come on now, guys, you've had your time. But like, they're still quite young as well. Like, it all depends on the player's form, and all depends on their age as well. So I think just fans need to calm down. I think they should sometimes be too much overreactionary. Um, and you gotta back your team always. Like, I'll always, no matter our form or like just the opponent, I'll always back us to win the game. I've over 7 years, I think maybe once I thought we'd lose for sure. I think when we played Man City in 2022 and Salah got there was 1-0 win, Salah got the goal. I thought, oh, we're going to get turnover 2-3-0 because City were on fire. Like Haaland was just the Mark Zuckerberg robots of strikers. We were so average, couldn't beat Fulham away. You know, our team was just lacking fluidity, was lacking morale. I thought we were going to turn over here, but like the Anfield power, we bring the atmosphere to United, we'll batter them. If we bring, I think beating United would be a great confidence boost. So that's the only time I predict us to loss, and we won. So I always back us to win every single, even if we get to say we're in the championship and playing Real Madrid somehow, I will back us to win that game. I just don't care. You know, call me deluded, call me whatever. I always back my team to win. I think everyone should do that as well. Like even if you're a United fan, which should be tough in fairness. But look, it will get better at Liverpool. Like I don't think we should be panicking. I don't think like normal fans are panicking. Um, like not like don't take away me saying oh we shouldn't be caring at all. Of course we should be caring. You know, like of course you should be annoyed at a performance and upset. That's completely like you should be. We played shit, but like it's take some factors into it. And I think a major factor is Diogo Jota. Like they're human at the end of the day. They lost a friend, they lost a brother in the changing room. Like they lost a teammate. Like that effect that I must have on the players is huge. And we can see the emotions on him. When Salah scored against Bournemouth, he was just in absolute tears. So I hope the club is supplying them with the right support that they need. Because it's taken a big toll on them, as as a person and as a player. So do keep that in mind, absolutely. But I think it should also drive some motivation in the players. Every like pre-match, like when I see other videos like of like a preview, I'll always see let's do for Diogo, let's win for Diogo. I think at the every pre-match speech that Slot gives to the players should always include let's do for Diogo. So look, that's just a little practice live stream. This will be published later. Um, I'll do a proper one in a few days, just whenever I feel I want to get my thoughts. I'm not arsed to make an actual video on it. So yeah, look, thanks very much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.